Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Push 1500 UU series using our Blastoise and Infernape team. In the last episode, we were able to get up to the rank of 1341. We're 17-4 so far. That's really, really good. Hopefully we're going to be able to break 1500 this week. So let's hop straight into a battle. We are faced with a very threatening team, which is probably Lead, Stealth Rock, Swampert, Scarftini, Crobat, Specs, Scarf, or Life Orb Hydreigon. Looking at his team, that's Physical Lucario and Special Wall Florges. So I am going to lead with Shaman, expecting him to lead with Swampert to try to get up his rocks. That is the case, so I can immediately threaten him out with a Seed Flare, and I'm just going to be safe and go for it on turn run. Turn 1. Turn run, guys. Turn run. I do miss the Seed Flare, which is a bit unfortunate, but I can come in with my Jirachi, who has enough bulk to take pretty much any hit that Crobat wants to go for. He's just going to go for the U-turn, and that is the reason I didn't go out into Crocodile, because I was expecting the U-turn right there. Since Jirachi's out, he's probably going to go out into Hydreigon. Here comes the Hydreigon. And what do I have to take this thing on? I'm probably going to go out into my Crocodile here, just because I can take pretty much any hit he wants to go for. He goes for the Dark Pulse, which still does a lot of damage. And at this point, I am going to get up my Stealth Rocks. Hopefully he doesn't have U-turn, but even if he does, I could probably take it. It goes for the Dragon Pulse. I'm not going to be able to take that very well. Hold these Stealth Rocks. Because Crobat's your only defogger / spinner. But Specs Hydreigon really does a bad number to my team. I know, or he's not Specs, but Life Orb Hydreigon. So right here, I am going to go for the Close Combat. Yeah, I have to go for the Close Combat. It is the safest play, and it is additionally my best play. I'm not going to be able to take this thing out from there, so I am going to have to let him set his rocks up. But I can go out into my Shaman and start Calm Minding, I guess. Or my Jirachi and start Calm Minding. But I'm going to go out into my Shaman. Anyway, what I was saying, the safest play right there was my best play, because if he left in Hydreigon, I was going to lose Pokemon. Or I was going to lose Infernape. So now he makes a great double switch out into Victini. I don't have Crocodile to deal with this thing anymore, but I'm going to expect him to over-predict, and I'm going to go for the Air Slash. But he just goes straight away for the V-Create, revealing that he probably is Scarftini. And I can just go out into my Crobat and go for the Brave Bird, because I don't really think anything on his team wants to take a Brave Bird. But so far, I'm getting destroyed in this match. He has this kind of like Volturny thing going on, which we were using last week. Here's Swampert. I should be able to 2-hit KO this thing with Brave Bird, which it looks like I am going to be able to do. So, barring like hacked Ice Shard Swampert, then I'm going to be able to take this thing out. Meaning that I won't get 6-0'd. That's kind of the goal in this battle, just because he has such a better matchup on me. I'm expecting him to go out into his Victini right now and go for the Zen Headbutt if he has it, or he's going to go for the Bolt Strike. But he ends up going out into his own Crobat. I'm just going to taunt him and prevent him from defogging the rocks away. Which, he just goes straight away for the Braver. That does a lot of damage to me, so he's not going to be able to remove the hazards now, but I'm going to go out into my Jirachi, knowing that he has to go for an attacking move. Probably U-turn. Nope, it's Brave Bird. And I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon, expecting the U-turn out into the Hydreigon. He just goes straight away out into the Hydreigon. I'm going to do some solid damage with that, but I don't think I could take a Dark Pulse. So how much work are all my individual Pokemon going to do? I need Jirachi for Florges, and probably Lucario. Blastoise is going to just kind of wall break his entire team and could probably take a hit from Crobat. Crobat is going to be key to helping me beat Victini. Infernape is going to help with Hydreigon. But honestly, Infernape is probably looking like the most expendable member of my team. Maybe he goes for a Dark Pulse. Goes for a Dark Pulse. I get essentially I get a good switch into Hydreigon, into my Infernape, and I'm just going to go straight away for my own Mach Punch, because Infernape is the most expendable member right now. Hydreigon is going to die to Crobat when Crobat comes in. I go for the Mach Punch, but now I do have the Flare Blitz to absolutely crush this Florges. Hopefully he stays in and doesn't expect it. But now that I go for the Flare Blitz, he's probably going to go out into Victini. What am I going to do about that? I'm going to go for the Thunder Punch, and hopefully the combination of Thunder Punch, or Iron Fist, Life Orb boosted Thunder Punch, and Mach Punch is able to take Victini out. Although right now, his Victini can apply a lot of offensive pressure onto the rest of my team. So I may be just uselessly over-predicting here. I'm going to check for lag. I'm not lagging, so cool. He has the Dawn Sprite from whatever game, I forgot. Or Pro Platinum. But looks like Infernape is doing a lot of like wall-breaking duties for the team. I'm going to go for a Mach Punch here, which should be able to take his Lucario out because it is boosted by Iron Fist. Right? It's boosted by Iron Fist? Yeah. So this is why Life Orb, Iron Fist Infernape is so good. I probably need to... Oh, no. Never mind. I was going to say I probably need to change the HP on this thing, but looks like I don't. I'm going to go for the Mach Punch and basically hope for a crit, but I do not get the crit, meaning he's not going to be able to take me out with the U-turn. Probably expected me to go for some other move. But this means I get to smack his Hydreigon with a Mach Punch, and we are going to double down right here. I don't have a Scarfer on this team, which kind of stinks. I should probably change this to Scarf. Oh no, I'm not going to change it to Scarf Ape. That'd be dumb. But what am I going to go into here to combat the rest of his team? I know for a fact I'm fairly certain he's going to go into Victini, because Victini at this point looks like his Scarfer. But at this point he's also U-turning with Crobat. So I'm just going to go out into Jirachi, I guess. This is kind of a coin flip, and it will decide the game. I'm going to go out into Jirachi. He goes out into Victini. That's going to stink a lot for me. He has no reason not to go for the V-Create. How much do I need Jirachi? I would like Jirachi for Florges. And Jirachi also does a lot of work to his Crobat. So I'm going to double out into my Crobat. Bye-bye, Crobat. You go for the Bolt Strike, which is the best play you could have possibly made. And at this point, my only hope is to kind of start setting up with Calm Minds. I am going to get one Calm Mind up as Crobat switches in, which is huge. He sacks his Crobat to Stealth Rocks, probably expecting me to go for an attack, scouting to see what I wanted to do. He goes back out into his Victini, which is free to V-Create, and I know I will be knocked out to the V-Create, but he's probably saying, oh, Blastoise is the very obvious play. So I am just going to go for the Psychic, and, you know, at the end of the day, if I don't get it right, like, it's Pokemon, it's whatever, but that just kind of puts things in perspective. He is going to go for the V-Create, which at this point I think will determine the game. I'm going to go for the Water Pulse, if I can click Mega Evolution here. I am going to go for the Water Pulse. Hopefully I get the Confusion or something. Any confusion at this point would help, but it looks like he is going to be able to stall me out with Florges. Goes for the Protect, not a problem. I'm just going to keep clicking Water Pulse, dude. I need the Confusion in order to win, but as long as I continue clicking Water Pulse, he can't go out into Victini, which is good. But that crucial switch with Crobat kind of messed me up, because if he would have gone out into Crobat and just sacked it to see what I was going to go out into, then I would have had a chance to win the game there. But that was kind of a dumb play on my part, because I should have just known that his Crobat dies to rocks. Okay, so right now this is very boring. I'm just going to try to stall him out of wishes, I guess, and hope for the confusion. Haven't gotten the confusion yet, which is super annoying. Oh, it has a 10% chance. I thought it was a 30% chance for some reason. No confusion so far. He's going to be able to take me out with 2 more Moon Blasts, and I have 22 more Water Pulses. Confusion, please? No, I do not get it. Water Pulse. No confuse. So I have basically one last shot. One last shot? But I can't win this battle anyway. I do get the confusion. He hurts himself in confusion. That's pretty cool. But no matter what, I lose this battle because even if he sacks his Florges right here, then he just comes in with Victini and wins with Bolt Strike, barring the miss. But I don't think it'll miss because it has like 99% accuracy after the Victory Star boost. Hopefully, okay, no. Alright, so I'm just going to forfeit here because there's not much point in staying in this battle anymore. What is my rank after that game? Rank after that game is 1324, which isn't bad, but it isn't great either. Just kind of got a bad matchup there. I didn't play very well at the beginning. Losing Crocodile sucked. Okay, this is a very threatening team with Sharpedo, either Spec Scarf or Agility, Porygon Z. Probably lead Roserade, because I don't see another dedicated lead on his team. Coffagrigus, it's either going to be a physical wall or a special wall, whichever one my Lodic isn't, and maybe Scarf Chandelure, so I have to be very, very careful with how I play with this team. I'm going to lead with Crobat, as he leads with this thing. I'm going to go for the U-turn here, because it's going to allow me to scout if he is Scarf or not. Looks like he is like Specs or Normal Gem, which is bad. Okay, so I'm going to do Learn Porygon Z Flamethrower. Okay, so it can't learn Flamethrower, so I'm going to go into Jirachi right now. Hopefully take whatever hit this thing wants to go for, and it is a nasty plot set, which is bad. I'm going to go for the Psychic, and hopefully take this thing out. Please don't have HP Fire. If you have HP Fire, then I lost. Oh, he has Dark Pulse. That's what he has. Dark Pulse is going to be able to take me out with ease. He's Life Orb. But that just means I get a switch into Crobat, I guess. No, I'm going to go into Ape. Because Ape can hit him up with the close combat. Sometimes I wish I had U-turn on this thing as opposed to Thunder Punch, because I would love to hit things like Chandelure in addition to being able to switch out, because with this set I can't really do that much to Chandelure, especially if it's because most Chandelures are Flash Fire. Basically that's what I'm trying to say. Michelle Phelps. Oh, because you're a girl. I get it. I see you. You're going to go for the Protect, but I don't really care, because unless you're like Sash, then I think I can take you out with a Mach Punch. And if not, then we're going to have some trouble. This thing is going to come in. I don't have that big of a problem with it, because I can go out into my Crocodile, and he goes for the Knockoff, which knocks off my Leftovers. Hey, don't you do that. And then I'm going to go for the Toxic, expecting you to switch into... Oh no, I don't want to do that with my Lodic running around. I'm going to go for my Rocks here, as you go for the Willow. Oh, that's what I was thinking about. So he does get the Willow off, but I have my Rocks up, which is really, really nice. You go into my Lodic. That's why I didn't want to go for the Toxic, because Marvel Scale would boost your defense. And at this point, I'm just going to go into my Shaman, because the Scald is not going to do anything to me. You do get the burn, which stinks, but it's whatever. I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed here, because I don't think you're going to want to stay in, but I am proven wrong yet again, as you go for the Ice Beam, which was a good play on your part. I'm just going to hit you with the Seed Flare now, because I don't think you want to take a Seed Flare. Not a whole lot on your team wants to take a Seed Flare. His best switch right here is probably Roserade or Chandelure. We do end up seeing the Roserade here. I'm fairly certain I can take whatever hit you want to go for, so I'm going to go for the rest right here, because I will be able to rest off any damage you do to me and get back to full health, and then switch out with Natural Cure. I actually outspeed you. Go for the rest. You go for the Sludge Bomb, so I would not have been able to live that hit, so I am now actually in probably a worse position than I was before. But I'm going to go out into my Crobat here, expecting another Sludge Bomb. There's another Sludge Bomb. I take that with ease, and I am going to go for the U-turn here, possibly. Actually, I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, because it's going to hit whatever he wants to bring in for a lot of damage. I do hit him up with the Brave Bird, and I'm going to taunt you to stop you from Will-O-Wisping. And then I can probably just go into Blastoise and do some nice damage. Man, Cofagrigus really gives my team fits. It stops things like Infernape from just running train on his entire team. But I'm going to go for the U-turn here. It is a resisted hit, but I don't really care. I know I can take whatever hit he wants to go for. I know I can take whatever move he wants to go for with Blastoise. Looks like he just has knockoff. So I'm going to hit whatever he wants to bring in with a Dark Pulse, because nothing is going to appreciate it. Even Sharpedo is going to take a lot of damage. Ends up going into Roserade. Not really sure what the logic is on this one. Oh, it's probably specially defensive Roserade, so I see that now. But I'm probably just going to sack my Shaman here. Actually, no. Why did I do that? That was like the dumbest move I could have made. At least I can get away with saying that I'm baiting the Sludge Bomb right here, so I get a free switch into Ape. Knowing this guy's luck, he's going to get the poison. But you go for the Toxic Spikes, which is actually kind of scary. I'm going to go for the... I don't want to give Chandelure a Flash Fire boost. So I'm going to go for the Close Combat, hoping you switch. And even though it's like, oh, Geo, why would you use Close Combat even if it still doesn't hit Chandelure? Actually, I'm going to Thunder Punch. But the reason behind that is I would still... Oh, if... Yes, it gave me the Thunder Punch. My logic behind that was I wouldn't hit it with Flare Blitz either. So at least I'm not giving it a Flash Fire boost, and I get a switch into something else. Alrighty, what are you going to go into here? If you're not Scarf Chandelure, I believe I give you fits with Infernape. Can I KO you from here? I'm going to go straight away for the Flare Blitz and see if I can knock him out. I'm not able to knock him out because you are bulky. Holy moly. And then you go for the Shadow Ball. I kind of want to save this thing because it helps me with Sharpedo a lot. But I can knock him out. I'm just going to switch into my Shaman in an effort to sack it because I don't need it for my Lodic anymore. How much are you going to do with that Shadow Ball? You are not going to take me out with the Shadow Ball, meaning that I can go for a Seed Flare, and if I hit it, you are going to die. Or, you're not going to die, you're going to get knocked out. But still, you get the point. I hit it. Sweet. Shaman come through. And I get basically one more turn to do whatever I want. Except if he brings in Sharpedo. If he brings in Sharpedo, then we could have a problem. What are you gonna do? Let me check for lag here. Looks like we are lagging a little bit, so that is unfortunate, but it happens. I understand it. He brings out Flower Power. Probably not expecting the Air Slash. So I'm gonna go for it. Hopefully I pick up a free knockout here. Go for the Air Slash and I miss. Dang it. Dang it. So that is a Seed Flare miss. No, that was in the other battle. Alrighty, whatever. But now I get a switch out into my Crobat, who's going to do some serious work to whatever you want to bring in. So I recommend just sacking your Roserade. Because even if he does bring in Chandelure, I know I outspeed it. And this is just going to straight up die because, or get knocked out because Sharpedo was so frail. Sharpedo was so unbelievably frail. You get a switch into your Chandelure. I'm going to Brave Bird. Is that my best play? I'm actually going to go out on my Crocodile here because even if you like knock me out with Flamethrower, yeah, you're going to be able to knock me out with Flamethrower plus Burn. But that just means I get a switch into my Blastoise, and I believe I can take an energy ball from you. So I'm going to go for the Water Pulse. Should be able to knock you out. Yes, I do take it, and there's the Water Pulse. That's going to take you out, so that is going to lock the game up, because Crobat's going to come in here and absolutely destroy this Roserade. I'm just going to go for the Rapid Spin, because if I do outspeed, then, it's whatever, and I get the Toxic Spike off the field, which allows me to basically win with Infernape or Crobat. Just gives me more options to win the game. So that is probably going to be my last battle for today. Yeah, that is going to be my last battle for today. So if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to slap that like button. It really helps and shows support for the channel, as that Roserade does get knocked out. Brings our rating up to 1342. Additionally, please make sure to leave a comment on today's comment question of the day, which is, what is your favorite sprite in the Pokemon games? This is just kind of a random one, but I like the Fisherman sprite because the Fisherman sprite is cool. And then please make sure to subscribe if you guys are enjoying the constant content. And with that, I'll catch you on the flip-flop.